Hey everybody, can everybody hear me? We got a little bit different setup today than what I'm used to, so we'll make sure it's working. We're using GoPro as a webcam rather than streaming through it. Hopefully that will allow us to continue for the next 45 minutes uninterrupted without dropping the stream. So can everybody hear me okay? I know you can hear me just fine.
Really?
All right, good. We got confirmation that we can be heard. Turn around and say hi to everybody, Kelly. We got a grand total of like 21 people here.
I'm putting up my groceries from today that I spent a lot of money on.
Kelly says hi.
Hello.
Well, guys, here we are. We're at the last harvest video. It's been we've had a lot of videos out there. I really had more than what I was planning on. It's just the way everything fell. Trying to keep videos around 25 minutes plus or minus. That's how much content we recorded. So here we are, almost mid-January, finally getting done with harvest. But in reality, we've been done with harvest for about 2 months. So.
Thank you, Jesus.
Hopefully here over the winter months, we'll get you caught back up to close to real time on videos. Got some good plans for some videos. Still going to continue updates on what we're doing on the farm, but got some more specialty type videos that I really want to get out. Hopefully y'all will enjoy them. So, but anyway, if y'all been watching this all year, we've documented from planting the first seed, or heck, we documented from getting ready to plant the first seed all the way through harvesting the last of our crops. So, any questions y'all got from this year, feel free to ask them. I'll do my best to answer as many as I can the next 45 minutes before the video premieres. And then the way this should work is you stay on this stream and it'll automatically take you to the live video. I haven't done this very much, so it's still a little unclear, but Dylan Joyce told me it worked that way. So we'll see if he knew what he's talking about.
So we can blame him if it doesn't.
Dylan Joyce wants to know what Kelly's cooking for supper. I kind of want to know what Kelly's cooking for supper,
Kelly
too.
is organizing the entire freaking pantry right now.
They can't see you. There's a pot blocking your head.
Yeah, no, Mom, look at me being all safe on the chair.
And don't fall off that ladder over there.
Yeah, right.
So you still didn't answer the question. What's for supper?
Absolutely nothing.
She says absolutely nothing.
I just got in. You just got in. We have a leftover.
William Crosano wants to know what's for supper, too.
I'm sorry, the Greek's kitchen is closed right now.
I guess it's going to be macaroni and cheese or beanie weenies or something.
Oh, no, I just got some red beans and rice. You want me to cook up some of that with
Heck yeah. Some red beans and rice would be great.
Oh, okay, yeah. And that's going to be $19.95 charged to your account.
Make it good and spicy.
Mm-hmm. Carter, you want red beans and rice?
Marcus Johnson says, my favorite farmer. I appreciate that, Marcus. You got a lot to choose from on YouTube. I appreciate you watching this.
Okay, where did that go? Never mind. So
I guess while I wait for the questions to come in, for those of y'all that have been watching a while, give me some feedback on, what you like about our channel, maybe your favorite video, some things that you don't like about our channel, you wish we change, or maybe some content that you'd like to see. Give me some ideas, because, it's geared heavily towards, showing our day-to-day activities, which, that's enough to do one channel by itself, but, I don't want it to be just I don't want it to be strictly monotone and everything. So, give me some ideas and some things you don't like. I know a lot of people don't like the intro, and I understand why. It gets repetitive, and you watch a lot of our videos. It's 30 seconds that you watch over and over again. I know it gets old.
It's just like freaking TV shows. It's the exact same way.
It's the same thing as TV shows, but mainly it's geared towards new viewers who haven't previously seen our channel. So all you gotta do is fast forward through
What do you want us to do? Be in a Speedo and some suits this next time?
Dylan says he's putting off cooking steaks to be a part of this, so I'm expecting big things. Dylan, go ahead and light up your grill, man.
Light up the grill.
Light up the grill.
We'll be there in 40 minutes.
Ain't nothing I'm gonna say is gonna be better than putting a T-bone or a ribeye on the grill, man.
Hey, when are we getting together?
I do think the video's gonna be pretty good. I've worked the last 3 videos, well, the 2 that you've seen, and then this one's coming out, really kicked my butt on the editing. It took me like a week to edit these 3 videos just because there was so much content from both me, Zach, and Kelly, and just trying to make it fit into the right links and everything else. It really kicked my butt, but I'm really happy with this one. Y'all are going to see tonight. Especially stay tuned to the end. It's got kind of a montage set to music, the kind of stuff I really like to put out on YouTube, the kind of videos I like to watch. We got that at the end, got about 2.5 minute montage and stuff. So y'all be sure to stay tuned to the end. Robert Marino says he is from California.
God bless you, sir. God bless.
He really likes our family and what we do on the farm. And he asked, "Is Kelly a good cook?" And
Excuse me.
And that's if I do any cooking. Yes, Kelly is an outstanding cook. She does tend to prefer cooking chicken over beef, which I much prefer beef myself. But no, she's a great cook, and yes, I do enjoy cooking when I have the chance. I just don't have as much of an opportunity to cook as what I'd like. You know, I do most of the grilling and everything, and I do like to cook here in the kitchen when I have a chance. Although I typically cook the stuff that Kelly either can't eat or is not real fond of. I like my food real spicy, so
and
generally.
What Carter and the kids say you cook the best salmon patties.
Yeah, so generally when I cook, it's just now me and Carter eating.
Although Paige would.
Marcus Johnson, he worked the zombie trail with Nate. Cool deal, man. We'll be going on again next year if you're still going to be around this area and want to do it. Plus, yeah. Plus, we're going to have the haunted house open next year. What they tell me anyway.
Yep.
Don says he likes putting the dates on the videos. Yeah, Don, that I did. You know, I do that mainly because I'm a nerd. You know, I want to know facts like that. Like if I'm watching Deadliest Catch, you know, I want to know like when they're actually out on the boat because I'm watching it months later. So I decided to put that in the videos just mainly because I'm a nerd. And I know there's other nerds out there that like those kind of figures.
Oh my God, you can see the freaking pantry? Ooh. Can't tell people we got food.
David Miller asked, I use chicken litter on nitrogen, do I have to apply more nitrogen? Yeah, I mean, for soybeans, obviously we don't. For corn, we do apply quite a bit more nitrogen. And then on cotton, well, between the chicken litter and our cover crops that we use on cotton, we cut our nitrogen use back in half. But yes, I do still use supplemental nitrogen, and I do research every year trying to determine if I can cut my synthetic nitrogen use back even further. So hopefully I'll get to where I don't have to use near as much commercial fertilizer, especially considering the price of it now. My gosh, the price of it is just it's gone beyond ridiculous. So that's my goal anyway.
It's as high as Snoop Dogg.
Dylan Joy says his favorite is when I talked about my old combine last video. Dylan, I figured you'd appreciate that. I wish you had some video of your old 6620, man. I'd love to see that in a video one day. I love watching old combines too, especially like on Big Tractor Power on YouTube. I love watching them.
Did you tell everybody what your wife got you for Christmas?
I haven't told everybody. What my wife got me for Christmas, a big present was a wood engraving, you know, this big of, and the guys that did it took a picture that she took during harvest and like engraved it and burned it onto the wood. It's really neat. I'll have to show that in a future video.
Yeah, because they are fantastic and they're out of Illinois.
I like this guy's username. I think we could be brothers. Tightwad Christian Outdoors. Yeah, man. I'm a tightwad too.
Oh my God. Wait.
William Crosino is officially Kelly's biggest fan. Hardy 2516 asked, "Do I ever apply lime to our fields?" Yeah, we do.
He's about to knock this off.
Yeah. Get out of here.
He's a famous kitty. No, I got a picture of it. Look, see. Oh wait, where do I have to do it this way?
Yeah, there's a camera. It's kind of really flared out. Anyway, that's what Kelly got me for Christmas. Really nice and neat.
Oh, and combine book too.
Anyway, getting back to Hardy's question. Yeah, I do apply lime to our fields. We have our fields tested once every 3 years, and then I'll write a variable rate prescription on lime then. So once every 3 years, we make a pass over our farms. Of course, we don't do all our farms all in 1 year. I split up about a third every year. Billy Sims asked, how many bales of cotton did I harvest in 2021? Well, I typically don't think of it as bales. We always think of it in pounds per acre, but this is coming up in a future video. We average 775 pounds per acre on 455 acres. Divide that by 480. About 735 bales is what we did this year. Really, really down. I'll address that in, I don't know, it won't be the next video. It might be the video after that or a couple of videos from that. Jonathan Irwin asked, any planter monitor you recommend running? I'm just running the homemade Case 900 units on Orson toolbar setup on 12 row 38. Man, if you can afford it, there's nothing else I would consider other than precision planting. I mean, I love it. Other than the software gremlins we had this year, the precision planting stuff, I mean, it's the bomb. I love it. What, Kelly?
I was waving at a friend.
Oh.
He told me to get to cooking. I'm like, no, Austin, I'm not cooking.
We have run John Deere 2600, 2630 monitors. I really like those. They work good as a planting monitor. I would not recommend the Pro 700 for just about anything other than auto steer and maybe a combine. I don't like the Pro 700s. You looking for cheaper routes, Ag Leader, man, that's probably the route I would go. I've got a friend that runs Ag Leader. I've used it as a yield monitor, never used it on a planter, but I know they make some good stuff. And probably a little bit cheaper than what precision planting does. And anyway, for precision planting, I don't even think you can get the Gen 3 monitor right now just because, well, heck, you can't hardly get anything right now. And last I heard, the Gen 3 monitor is just not available. Ed asked, hello from Wisconsin. Is the snow all gone by you? Yeah, we don't get a whole lot of snow here in the South, but when we do get snow, it does just what I want. It comes in a hurry. We have fun in for a day or two, and then it's gone, usually like 48 hours later. Occasionally, it might hang around for a week, but yeah, this was gone within 48 to 72 hours. Now, we do have another round supposedly coming in Saturday, which I believe is really supposed to hit you and possibly dump a lot of snow up by you. They're saying like an inch now. It could be 2, 3. Heck, who knows? If they call them for a lot, we're not going to get anything. If they're not calling for anything, we'll get a blizzard.
Well, in North Carolina, they're supposed to get 1.5 feet. I'm like, keep it over there. We don't want it.
Matt L., his favorite video was when we decorated the combine. That was a good video. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm glad we finally got the chance.
I got ideas for next year.
Well, next year, if we get done with harvesting time, we've got big ideas. But man, that was a lot of work. I only want to do it maybe like once more in my lifetime. It was a lot of work.
You can't disappoint the people. It'll be fun.
Don loves how our combine works video. Yeah, I really love putting together that video, looking at the camera angles. I haven't seen another video on YouTube that puts the camera angles in there that I do, and I really love that. And it's not my most viewed video, but the comments that I've gotten on that video have just been fantastic. So, Marcus Johnson asked, "Do we know any farmers out of Maury City?" Yeah, we do. One of my real good friends that farms, he farms some land right around here, and he's helped me out a bunch. In fact, his farm is going to be the feature of our next video. But Jordan East, we know him real well. We've helped each other out quite a bit, and real good friends with him. I know of other farmers, but just busy as we are on the farm, we don't have a lot of chance to socialize and really get out and know a lot of people. We're generally work all the time. So yeah, we do know the East real well. Yeah, Dylan, man, I know exactly what you're saying. Well, he said he wished he could start his YouTube channel back when he started farming. You know, just seeing the change of the equipment he was running then versus now. Man, I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, I started taking pictures of our equipment. 2002, 2003. Of course, then I mean we didn't have cell phone cameras, but yeah, I mean the pictures of our operation, like pre 2002, there's very few of them out there, and we've got a lot of history. And I wish it could have been documented at least in photographs, but hey, Dylan, at least 20, 30 years from now, this is out there. You'll be able to go back and see what you had then. There's no telling where you'll be or where I'll be in 20 or 30 years. Taiwan Christian Outdoors. Which crop made you the most money this year? Hey, Carter, say hi to everybody.
I'm watching you. I want to let y'all know.
Watching you in the living room.
We're literally on the living room.
Yeah, okay.
Did you not hear me screaming for you?
No.
You don't have to drive.
I've learned to tune you out.
This is how big this child has gotten.
He's still a shrimp.
He's as tall as me now. What are you talking about? Well, you're about to get punched.
But Taiwan, I dressed this, and I think the last video or the video before that, but wheat and double crop beans by far blew everything else out of the water money wise. Corn was probably number 2. Cotton was in a distant 4th place for sure. Jonathan said, I heard you say you like old combines. We run a 9500 and the 7720. We got $300 for the 7720 combine. Aired the tires up and put fuel in and drove it home. Wow. No one thought it would run. Well, Jonathan, I'd put myself in that category too. I never thought you'd buy something for $300 and it actually worked. But yeah, those John Deere Titan combines, man, they're just something about the way they look. I prefer the yellow tops. Those are my all-time favorites. But yeah, the way those Titan combines look, 83. The way those Titan combines look, man, they're really unique. I really love them. I'm glad I didn't own one and have to operate one, and most importantly, have to work on one. But I love looking at them.
Zach, no more duct tape.
He's saying that about me.
I'm gonna kick y'all out of here. Y'all are disrupting me.
Look, it says Zach, no more duct tape. Zach, yes, no more cheap duct tape.
Robert Marino asked, does Kelly surprise you in the field what she puts in her lunchbox at times? No, because I know when I see her in the morning, depending on her mood, I can pretty much predict what's in my lunchbox.
Mm-hmm. Nothing or a lot.
Zach Wilson says no more duct tape.
No more duct tape.
Definitely no more gray duct tape, man. That stuff.
The duct tape I bought, all-weather duct tape.
Yeah, the all-weather duct tape. It doesn't leave any residue on the sheet metal like the gray duct tape did.
I saw that. That's not exactly what I thought. I thought you were doing.
No. I ordered it.
Chuck Robson asks, how much of y'all's inputs cost gone up? Well, I really haven't, Chuck. I really haven't run the figures yet. That's on my to-do list here in early January. But fertilizer prices have at least doubled, if not tripled, just depending on the product. Chemical prices, some chemicals are gone sky high, and this is if you can even get them. So I'm going to do a video detailing exactly what it's going to cost this year. Maybe my plan for mitigating some of these costs. I'm going to do that in an upcoming video, probably sometime here in January or February. Austin Kennel asked, if I could upgrade my combine, what would I get? And I don't want to upgrade my combine. I mean, I absolutely love that machine. I've run newer combines. I ran an 8230 last year. I ran a 7250 for one evening a few years ago, and I'm just a fit and feel, man. I'm used to mine. I love my combine. I'd say the 50 series with the. You mind? I mean, seriously.
We're just trying to figure out what we're going to eat for dinner.
Then go in another room and figure out what you're going to eat for dinner.
It looks like you're not eating. I'm just fine.
I'm fixing to cut you down to size, boy.
What did he say?
I'd say the 50 series with their automatic control, feed rate control and everything, that's pretty neat. I've used that. I really like that. But yeah, I mean, if I had to upgrade, it'd probably be a 50 series. But I'm perfectly happy with what I got and have no desire to go to anything different anytime soon.
They asking questions.
What's
about
my? No, nobody's asked a question about you.
me?
Because you refuse to go on camera.
He's 13. What do you expect?
What's my opinion of class equipment? Really don't have one. I've been to their factory. It's good equipment. Don't really know much about it. Not available in this area anyway, so really don't know much about it. No, I don't know enough to form an opinion. Marcus says his dad works for Tony Powell. I can't say I know him. Pat asks, how many generations in our farm? I'm fifth generation farmer. This farm started in 1882 with my great grandfather, Robert Buchanan Griggs, and I took over operation of the farm in 2005 when my dad passed away. I guess depending on Carter or not, I might be the last generation farm. Who knows? He hadn't decided what he wants to do with his life.
Dude, FFA, you should be proud of me.
Mm-hmm. You just want me to help you with projects.
What? That was never even brought up.
Literally. Kind of. It was a little bit.
Dylan Joyce says in 30 years he'll be out there watching his autonomous John Deere's running.
Yeah, right.
Man, you know you're going to miss driving a tractor. Don asked Kelly, are you from Chicago or the suburbs or just northern Illinois?
Oh, so they're asking you that.
I was raised in Downers Grove, Illinois from the time I was 7. Before I was 7, I lived in New Mexico for 5 years, where my dad ran my grandfather's company. Then we moved to Downers Grove, and from there I lived there from age 7 to age 24. So I'm actually from the western suburbs. I went to school in Chicago.
She's from a swanky part of Chicago and didn't bring none of that money down here with her.
Heck no, bro.
Billy saying,
I didn't bring my liberal list, that's for sure. I brought my did not bring the liberal list.
Billy Sims loves it when Miss Kelly is on.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody loves Kelly. Carter, you haven't been on a video in like a year, man.
You won't put me on there.
No, I give you the camera and you don't record nothing.
All right, I'll record me riding.
You got a 4-wheeler.
Looks like Dylan's done run the numbers. He says it's going to cost him an extra $40,000 to side dress his corn this year. I don't doubt that.
No thanks.
It's going to be pricey, and I haven't booked any nitrogen yet. Kind of rolling the dice that hopefully that this insanity starts to turn and prices ease down a little bit by spring. I'll probably be wrong though.
I don't even like me.
Hey, so here's a question about Carter. DT Bellamy, who does that boy's hair? His bed does his hair for him.
I haven't done it, so you know. It's a first.
What conditioner do you use, Carter?
The conditioner that's in the bathroom that makes my curls.
This is all natural, 100%
It's
natural.
because it's all fluffed up. This is all.
That is 100% bedhead rat's nest right
It's
there.
because it's all fluffed
And
up.
it's 100% natural.
Pretty soon he'll be looking like me though. Sorry about the glare, guys.
Why do they like my hair?
I mean, it's curly and natural. How would you not like it?
Matt, are the redheads down south as ornery as the redheads up north? Man, I think they're the same all across the world.
Excuse me? What?
You heard me?
No, I didn't. What'd you say?
I said I think redheads are just the same all across the world.
Which is what?
Ornery.
Can we get Can-Am to sponsor me?
You don't know what ornery means? Seriously?
Is that a southern thing? Ornery?
No, it's in Webster's dictionary.
What was that?
When are they gonna watch the video?
Temperamental.
No, we're good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
Can we get Can-Am to sponsor me?
You can't
Get me a new Can-Am Renegade.
Zach Wilson says, Carter, cut your hair.
I'll prank him.
And he says, give the rundown on the new cover crop mixes this past fall.
Right.
Didn't really try and change the cover crops up a little bit. I took a lot of the legumes. So I took vetch and winter peas out of the mix that we're going to plant into cotton because I've now found out after doing cover crops for 6 or 7 years now, we built up our soil health enough to where there's plenty of nitrogen out there for my cotton, and I don't need the vetch or the winter pea out there producing nitrogen, because now we're getting to a point where we're having a hard time actually shutting down the cotton when it's time to get it ready for harvest. So hopefully it'll help prevent some of the planting disasters we had this year planting cotton into our cover crops, and hopefully we'll cotton will still grow and do well, but be a little bit easier shutting it down at the end of the year too.
Is it
What?
Downers Grove?
Oh, Don said
Don
we
said-
lived in Downers Grove 75 to 79.
I think things have probably changed a little bit, Don, since y'all moved out of Downers Grove. I know it changed just in the, I don't know what, 12 years that before your parents moved down here that we went up there to visit them. A lot changed in those 12 years.
Yeah, two big changes.
New tractor, new grain cart. New grain cart, for sure.
Coco says, love all you guys, but Zach's my favorite farmer.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm surprised.
You must be related.
Chuck Robinson asks, how did you do with the forward contract that you had? If you're talking about soybeans, well, nothing really changed. We're selling almost 25,000 bushels of beans at like $7.98 a bushel, where, currently it's north of $13 a bushel. So luckily we got a lot more. Luckily we got about another 15,000 soybeans on top of that I was able to contract at a lot better prices, but just never really had the chance to get out of that contract this year. The prices didn't do what I thought they were going to do in order for me to be able to buy out of that contract and then recoup some of that money by the prices going up. Once I got down to the level where I felt a lot more comfortable buying out of it, they really never had a big bounce the opposite direction. So we're stuck with that contract, but we'll be done filling that contract here hopefully next week, and I won't ever have to think about that contract again. So you make some mistakes in forward contracting sometimes. I made a bunch of right calls, but I've made some real doozies of mistakes before too.
You're admitting that?
I always admit when I make mistakes.
Waiting for lightning.
Rozier Sean asks, new tractor or new grain cart? Not this year. Not with input prices doing what they are. We're trying to save as much money as we can because we might need to pay for fertilizer or chemicals. Might have to bribe a chemical salesman in order to be able to get the chemicals that we need. So we're holding on to our cash. We do have one small purchase. It'll be in a video, a few videos from now. So I don't want to spoil the surprise, but yeah, we do have one small purchase, but nothing big this year. Of course, we had a really big last year buying the sprayer, buying the header trailer. So I try not to have like really big purchases year after year after year. We also had the new holding bin for the grain bin system. We bought that too. So I don't know. Maybe next year we'll see what kind of year we have next year, see what the outlook is on inputs, see what prices are. Next in line, we're going to need a picker, a baler picker at some point if we're going to stay in cotton. I don't know if it'll be next year or be 3 or 4 years down the road. I don't know. They're finally start getting down in the price level that if we've got the money, it's something that I could consider doing. Dylan Joyce says, let's hope this coming spring is easier than last. Well, man, you said it best when we talked on a week or so ago. You said this year we had December and May, and we had May and December. I could not have said it better myself, and I hope we don't have that again next year. I hope when spring comes around, spring is here, and it's not delayed a month and a half like it has been the last couple of years. I need a good stand of cotton next year. Marcus Johnson asks, track combine instead of wheels. No, we have no needs for tracks. I don't want tracks. Not going to pay for tracks. So we're gonna have wheels for this foreseeable future. Gary St. Romain says, well, yeah, I think I just addressed that. If we stay in cotton, we will have to upgrade to a baler picker at some point. I don't know when that is. It's not anything that I'm definitely planning on doing in the next year or two. If the right deal comes along, or if we have a catastrophic failure with the one that we've got, then that might move timeline forward a little bit. But I don't have a definitive timeline on it. And if you're going to buy equipment, that's usually the safest way to do. You'll get your best deals when you buy something, but you don't have to have it, right then and there. You have better options that way. So we'll see what the future brings. I don't know, and I'm not making any plans on that.
Why you gotta talk about the picker? She can hear you. Don't say nothing. She's nice and quiet.
Being asked, when that CP 770 coming in, Matt?
Never.
When that 770 shows up on our farm, every bit of my hair will be gray. I probably won't have any hair left on top of my head. It's probably going to be decades from now. I mean, those things coming in with a price tag of right at $1 million or a little over $1 million. It's going to have many, many, many years of depreciation before it gets down to my price level. Butterbean Farmer says farmers are gamblers. I mean, that's what we do. Just like a good poker player or blackjack player, we try to put the odds in our favor, but ultimately it's a gamble because there's so many things we can't predict and we can't control.
We gonna be able to predict that in a couple.
Dylan Joyce says had to roll a small bean contract over to next year. What was the spread between this year's beans and next year beans? How much of a hit did you have to take on it? I think when I did that last year, there was it was right at a $3 spread between what I had it contracted for and then what January 2022 beans were going for. So that took $3 off of my $9.60 that I had locked in. And then I was able to do a call option, and I picked up, I think, 25 or 30 cents on top of that. So Sarah Haberfield says, Kelly, we still have Portillo's. I love Portillo's.
When are you coming to visit me and bring Portillo's? Those are the friends that were supposed to go on the cruise with us last year, but then didn't go because of COVID and known them forever.
I like the cheddar croissant. If you can put that on your list and bring me one of those.
He does like the cheddar croissant and the Maxwell Street Polish.
Oh, the Polish sausage. I love Polish sausage.
Yes, so good.
Roger Sean asks, you ever strip till or bed your cotton corn? No, Roger, we don't do any kind of tillage whatsoever. And heck, if I bedded my cotton ground, it would all wash off into the Mississippi because it would just create channels for water to run down our hills, and it would be a disaster. We are not anywhere remotely close to flat around here. Dylan asks, what's a good used baler picker that you would feel comfortable running cost? Well, you can look at like 2010 to 2012 7760s. They're getting in that $250,000 to $350,000 price tag. Now they're going to have a fair amount of hours, and most likely they're probably going to require anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 of head work. So to get a picker and then get one up to snuff, I don't think you're going to get out for anything less than $350,000 right now. Ed, cannot pronounce your last name, says we had a great planting season, just got kicked in the butt by tar spots. Figure we lost 50 bushels per acre, average around 160 bushels. Yeah, we haven't had any problems with tar spot, but I've read in the publications, I guess it's a new disease coming out. Our biggest problem in corn, the biggest yield reducer we have in corn is by far southern rust. But it's one of those that we may or may not get. It just depends if it gets blown up from the Gulf of Mexico region because it doesn't overwinter up here. So we haven't had any problems with tar spot. Our second biggest problem is gray leaf spot, but it's not as near as big a yield reducer as what southern rust is. Marcus, what's the number on that picker? Is it 9940, 9950, 9960, or 9965? Or even a 4-row model, 9976? All right, guys, we got about 10 minutes left. I'm kind of caught up on questions here. Wait on new questions. Our next video, I don't want to really ruin the surprise. I know tonight is supposedly our last harvest video. Our next video will be a continuation of harvest, just not our harvest. So it's a video I had a lot of fun making. We all had a lot of fun doing. This kind of shows how the farming community works. So don't really want to give any more surprises other than that. Don't know when exactly I'll get it out. We're having our house painted this weekend, and I haven't edited it yet, so I don't know if I'll have any chance to do any editing this weekend. So maybe next week before it comes out, we may have a little bit of a gap between this video and our next video, but it'll be out. And then from there, we didn't do a whole lot of filming in December because we had so many harvest videos, but we hauled all of our corn off, got a few odds and ends there, and then we've been filming the last couple of weeks, starting on some repair and maintenance on our equipment, hauling soybeans. That's coming out. And then hopefully February, March, I'll have some of those specialty videos out. One of the ones that I'm really looking forward to is I'm doing a video on how a cotton gin works. I've got about 75% of it filmed, and got to get the last 25%, the voiceover part of it filmed, and that'll be out. I know a lot of people really enjoy my How a Cotton Picker Works video, so this will kind of be a continuation of that video showing the cotton harvesting and cotton processing process. So you got a 9965 Marcus. Man, that's a good picker. We ran a 9965 from I think like 1995 up until 2012 or 2013 when we traded for that 9986. Well, those are some of the best pickers John Deere ever made. Nice, simple, easy to work on, and very reliable. Deer Pastor asks, how long does it take to edit a video, and what are you doing to market your channel? As far as editing goes, it all depends. Some videos are easier than others. The ones that take the most time are like when cotton harvest or soybean harvest, when Kelly, Zach, and I are in the field. I've got 4 cameras with footage that I got to take and put together, and hopefully a cohesive video. Each of us has a camera, plus I got if I haven't crashed my drone, I've got my drone videos too. So it usually takes me on average probably three to, once I've got the footage downloaded, it takes me about 3 to 4 hours to put everything together, edit it down, add in the B-roll, edit the audio, make sure everything looks good, make sure everything sounds good. And then after that, I've got the rendering process, which takes all the clips in my timeline that we put together, all the edits, and puts it into one file, the video you watch. And then that's just my computer working, and it takes anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours to do that. But hopefully that time's going to shorten up some, because I'm having a supercomputer built here as soon as we can get all the parts for it. And hopefully that will speed up my editing process and rendering process some. And then after that, we've got to upload the video. You got to create the thumbnail, put where the ads are and all that. And it takes me about 30 minutes to do that. And depending on the internet that night, it could take anywhere from 15 minutes to upload the video upwards of 45 minutes to upload the video.
Does that mean you spend more time with your wife then?
No, maybe. Terry Burgett wants to know, has Kelly seen another snake lately? Snake's been in hiding for a couple months now.
Everybody got jokes.
So I hadn't heard her doing any screaming, and she hadn't called me on the phone to come kill a big worm or anything like that. So I'd say no.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
I think it's funny.
Okay.
You make fun of my phobias all the time.
Your phobia of a wasp?
Yeah.
That's it. A wasp.
Well, doesn't matter.
I have arachnophobia. You grew up living in New Mexico where you have tarantulas living in your house. You are scarred for life. I rest my case.
All right, guys. Only got a few minutes left. Got some questions here to catch up with. Brian Travis wants to know, what about the school bus? The school bus is actually in my shop now, where my plan is this weekend, next week when I get time, we'll work on some plumbing, putting a bathroom in there. One of my buddies, as part of a group, he installed some toolboxes up underneath the skirt to carry stuff in. Installed a little kitchenette benches and table and stuff. Got some diamond plate down around the entrance area. So basically, the two big things we've got left to make it actually fully functional as an RV is getting water, waste, and a small bathroom on there. And then plus we got to paint it because technically it's not really legal to run a decommissioned school bus still painted as a school bus. So we got to put some paint on there. It's been a slow go.
That's for sure. Now it's sitting in our shop.
Roger Sean, yes, we do have a vacation coming up here in a couple of weeks. Kelly and I will be going to Vegas and enjoying all of that.
I'm the one who's lucky, not you.
Bobby Smith asks, what's my dip of choice? I prefer Grizzly. Don't like to advertise it, but that's my choice. Don asks, is compaction an issue for you? With our cover cropping system and the way we've gotten our soil now, compaction is typically not an issue. Maybe in a field entrance where the truck's running in and out, might see a little bit there, but over the course of the field, generally not a problem with our farming practices now. Bobby Smith, any changes on the planter this year? Yes, we do have some more equipment ordered for the planter, more technology that will be covered in an upcoming video. Hopefully eliminate the problems we saw this year. Coco asks, you planning on filming any of your shop work in the slower season? Yeah, we got some. That's what I've been working on the last few days is a video on what we're doing on the sprayers. So yeah, the big interesting shop stuff. We'll have some videos out. The routine maintenance stuff won't do much covering of that just because only a few people will probably be interested in something like that. Ty Record says, y'all eat late. Man, you have no idea. Actually, this is be pretty early for us. Normally we eat like
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Harvest, it might be midnight.
That's because both parents work.
Marcus asks, what was our first tractor to drive? Mine was a Ford 841 tractor, 1956 model.
What was the one I drove?
I
Ford
don't.
88 something.
I don't know if you drove a Ford 8730 or a Ford 7700 or 7600.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I learned on those babies.
Brent asks, are we dry out here? No.
No.
We're hard. Maybe like once every 20 years we get dry out here during the winter. And this year's not one of those years.
Can you say mud?
All right, 6:58. We're getting close to getting ready to start. Butterbean Farmer says, I would much rather watch your video than any show on TV. Man, I appreciate that. Now, one thing we learned during the American Farm TV show that we were on history is, if you want real, even if it's technically a reality show, you're not going to get that on TV. The only way you're going to get it is from content creators like myself, like Dylan, Russ Thomas, all the others on YouTube. And some of that stuff might be staged. I know our channel's not. I know Dylan's isn't. It might not be as exciting. It might not be as polished, but it's going to be a whole lot more accurate than any kind of reality show you're going to see on TV. And that's what our goal is.
I'm really good.
Adam asked, any equipment upgrades coming for 22? Yeah, it'll be addressed here in a video or two. Nothing big at all this year. It'll be something small, but yeah, we do have a little bit of new equipment. Ty asked, how do I plant cover crop mixes? We plant all of our mixes with John Deere 1560 20-foot drill, or we have it aerial seeded. All right, guys, it is now 7 o'clock. I'm going to end this stream. Hopefully, this should take y'all right over to the video. I appreciate y'all watching. Sorry I couldn't get to all the questions. hopefully do another live again soon. Appreciate all y'all support this year. Hopefully you enjoy this video and stay tuned. Hopefully I will have some good stuff coming out this year.